Hi, my name is Anna, and I discovered a shocking secret my parents have been keeping from me for years. How did I discover what was going on? Well, I hid underneath my mom and dad's bed, but that didn't work. I knew I needed to be able to see what they were doing instead of just hearing it, so I ended up changing my plan. You'll be shocked by what I managed to find out. Let me start at the beginning. So, my mom and dad are really well off. Dad was an analyst for a big IT company, and he was paid hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. My mom owned a big bakery store that sold so many delicious cookies. They truly were the cutest couple you could ever meet. But before moving on, hit that like button and subscribe. This will let you live 10 amazing years longer. Trust me, it works. I was their only child, and I really adored them. Mom and Dad were the best, and they offered me a great life. They were super loving and kind toward me. But, well, it's kind of strange to say this, but there was something odd about them. Like they were keeping a secret that they couldn't tell me about. They would lock themselves up in their room at night, and I could never go in, no matter how much I asked them to in the morning. They refused to tell me what was going on in their bedroom. My friend said that it was normal for parents to want to be alone, but I knew there was more to it than just kissing or something icky like that. I heard these odd little noises at night. No matter how much I thought about it, I never could figure out what was going on. It was so strange, and my curiosity grew bigger and bigger every single night. Well, I had tried asking my parents about it, but they refused to tell me about it over and over again. I decided that if they were so stubborn about it, I would have to take matters into my own hands. So after thinking about it for a while, I decided that I was going to sneak into my parents' bedroom before they closed the door and hide underneath their bed. I thought I was so clever. But soon I discovered the big fault in my plan. I could hear everything, yes, but I couldn't see a thing. If I tried to peek my head from underneath the bed, they would see me. Sure, I hear lots of noises, but nothing that explained what was going on. I thought that my parents were wrestling or doing something funny, but I still didn't know for sure. So, after a few nights, I decided to change up my plan. Instead of hiding under their bed, I decided to hide in one of their closets. There is something you need to know to really understand how what happened next could occur. I rarely, if ever, stepped into my parents' room. It was sort of forbidden, though they didn't actually say it out loud. They just locked the door whenever they weren't there, and they walked me outside whenever I went in there. They would distract me with other things so I wouldn't make questions about what was there. When I stepped into the closet, I realized something wasn't right. Surely my closet looked nothing like that one. There weren't any clothes hanging there, and it was really big. There were lots of pillows and some games. There were also books neatly placed on the floor. It was like a tiny room rather than a closet. That was so strange. When I was ready to begin looking around the closet, my parents stepped into the room, so I had to be super quiet and still. I peeked out the closet door and almost screamed. I couldn't believe my eyes. They had a very small boy with them. It was like a little kid or something. I had never seen him before, and I didn't know I had a sibling. After all, I was supposed to be their only daughter. Imagine how shocked I was. My parents were cooing over him and treating him as well as they treat me. They entertained him with fun stories and fed him dinner. It was all so strange. I kept quiet somehow and heard them talking about the boy's upcoming birthday. I couldn't believe it when they said the kid was actually 13 years old. He was older than me. I didn't have a younger brother, but a big one. Taking a good look at him, I realized that he wasn't a little boy at all. He was just a little person instead. He really looked like a toddler. I was incredibly shocked and sat there in the big closet all night. I realized that was a room my parents had built for my brother. Apparently not the only one, since he didn't walk in there when he went to bed. Since there were books and games in there, it must have been his playroom. The very next day, I confronted my parents about what I saw. They were so shocked and tried to deny it at first, but I wasn't having it. Finally, they admitted that I had an older brother, Linus, and that I couldn't let anyone know about him. They revealed that when they had Linus, Mom had been super worried about how he'd survive in the real world. And so they decided to homeschool him. I told them that hiding him like that was super messed up, and they looked embarrassed. It was clear that they didn't want people to know about their big secret. Honestly, I don't know what to do now. I think that I should let someone know what's going on at my house. But at the same time, I don't want my parents to get in trouble. I need some advice. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Please let me know in the comments. I really do need your advice. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out other videos on the channel.